I am a minister of the Church of Scientology. I appreciate your kindness in being able to talk with you about those who may have become estranged from you, and with the hope of mending broken relationships. I am a missionary of goodwill and hope. Life is not always pleasant. Friendships do not endure forever. Gratitude does not always result from favors and kindnesses. Even though we try to turn our backs, we sometimes have to face the fact that life can be cruel. There is enough grief in life without adding to it. It was once said that if the news spread that the world was coming to an end in 1 hour, the telephone lines of Earth would be jammed by people calling others to tell them that they love them. Life is far too short to spend it nursing disappointments, grief, and revenge. Children, former friends, and even parents often do surprising things. I think you will agree that any time spent in the repair of enmities and bringing together again those who have been close is time well invested. We feel great sorrow for those who can no longer reach those whom once they loved, and we are ready to do whatever we can to repair the torn heartstrings of those who believe they have lost their friends, or parents, or children, and despair of ever mending their once happy relationships. Association was not always bitter. I'm sure you can recall a time when there was once love and affection, and even an earlier time than that. I am sure that there were days when communication existed with the lost one, and even earlier days than that. And I'm sure you can remember times of full agreement and shared things, and many times before that. And there were not always misunderstandings, but times when you understood the other perfectly. And even before that. And where love and understanding once existed, hate need not endure forever. Of course, there have been problems. I'm sure you can recall an early problem you had with the strayed one, and possibly now it seems a minor thing, for problems have a habit of becoming yesterday, and perhaps this one also will. It seems reasonable that there were things you did not say, that you felt you dared not say. You can probably remember them, and to this day have not said them or told all. And on things you never said, it might interest you to know that the other probably knew them anyway, and in his turn said nothing. It may occur to you that you can say these things now, that they were built up much larger than they were, and now are not even interesting. It often appears that things they have done were monstrous and cruel, and that they never can be forgiven. But forgiveness is the very stuff of which harmony is made. Big people can forgive. There are certain things you want to bring about, certain changes of mind you wish to effect. Well, this is not beyond possibilities. There are certain situations which you probably want to have resolved. No one is better off being worried, and even illness can be brought about by too much concern. Indeed, a cause of illness has been said to be depression about another or another's acts. Well, it might be possible to repair that. It might come about that some of the troubles and concerns in one's relationships can be handled. I think you will agree that it would be a relief if one's troubles with the hostilities or thoughtlessness of others were to be resolved. And possibly you would feel better, and life would be better, if today's estrangements were to come to pass away. If you truly want that, why then there is a possibility that you eventually will achieve a more livable relationship, and arrive at a better and more workable understanding. The possibility that friendship and love can be restored should not be overlooked, but it cannot be arrived at on a path strewn with falsehoods or misconceptions. You want to understand what has happened, to be sure you weren't remiss or responsible, and in many ways you were not. But you must be sure you were operating with correct data. My talk here is not a defense of Scientology. It needs no defense. My effort is to reconcile people who have become estranged, sometimes because of differing opinions about Scientology or opinions based on false information.